Line's incinerator, anyone?
What does it say about the incinerator? SRCL, protecting people, reducing risk. Protecting people from what? The councils and the government?
You ask anyone that lives around here and they're not protecting them, they're poisoning them because the comes out of that spout.
Oh, that huge chimney?
Yeah.
Apparently the council says that he's going to pipe all this into the national grid. It's going to burn our rubbish.
Just like all the gas companies pump it all into one tube, and then they automatically know because theirs smells slightly different. Yeah.
Excuse me. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, you can smell it, can't you? Anyway, what you got? We've tried to get in the gate. They won't let us in. It's a swipe card only. The gates are opening now. Look, shall we reverse in?
Nah, we'll be all right. But well, so we were talking about. Did you see
free energy?
Well, not just that, but did you see
how energy can be free for everyone?
Wait, not just that, but
okay.
Did you see that prices of energy over the last 6 months have halved? So therefore, I'm guessing that the fuel bills for everyone have halved.
No.
But why not? If the price you're paying for it's halved.
The third-party interlopers, the big 6 and the other 12 or 15, they don't want their shareholders to be out of money, do they?
N Power, Scottish Power, British Gas, E.ON, SSE,
Con.
EDF.
Con.
Yeah, Con. Why on earth won't you reduce gas and electric bills? Because they're corrupt.
They're all owned by Centrica, by all these companies, and the National Grid.
This is just an illusion of choice. There is no choice.
Rich elite and the shareholders, they profit from all this because everything's been paid for, you see.
Yeah. Right, so wait a minute. Now, we've had a few people ask, but what will happen if you don't pay your council tax? What will happen if you don't pay your tax? All these amenities like the schools and the roads and the lighting will drop away.
Do you realise the authorities and all these companies have put billions upon billions of your money and our money into bank accounts, offshore bank accounts?
Of course.
And they're making thousands and millions in interest.
A lot of it will be in Switzerland where all the elite bank, of course. This is why Switzerland, by the way, has never been attacked during any world war. It's because that's where the elite or the parasites bank. They bank there. That's why that country never gets attacked.
The parasites, how negative are themselves, who don't give a crap about any of us but themselves.
So, people have been saying,
it's a good word, that is.
How can it be prepaid? So I will endeavour to educate as best I can.
Go for it, my friend.
When you're born, you arrive here on this planet Earth, your parents unknowingly inform on you to the authorities, the government, that there's a new slave arrived.
Cha-ching.
And they create a birth certificate. The banks then buy these certificates for £6 million each. Yeah. And an account is created for you.
Okay.
This account is worth billions.
Wow.
However, because of the Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666, where they ruled us all as dead and lost to the seas, unless you fill in the correct paperwork before your age of 7-year-old, you are classed as lost to the seas and gone. So, but of course...
Is that why the mother has a maiden name? The birth canal?
Maiden.
Is this all about maiden voyage, anyone?
Yeah.
It's all about ships and admiralty law and being in docks. That's like being charged with electricity and water, isn't it? Electricity and water don't mix, I was told.
When you go to court and you get charged, but I digress.
And then when you do mix it, you get hydrogen and oxygen.
So your birth certificate is worth billions, right?
Okay.
Now, every time you fill out a document, you notice how they always want a signature, whether it's to buy a new TV,
Mark of the beast.
To get some benefits, whatever. They always want a signature. And that's because that signature authorises them to then go to your account, which you're not entitled to because you didn't fill in the paperwork, and take that money out of your account. The gas, electric, water, all do the same. They get paid twice. So this is why they want your signature. Then they can say, hey, look, it's authorised us to take this money out of the account. So you get your water bill, for instance. They've already been paid for it. As soon as you sign it, send it back, they send it off, they get paid twice. Once from you and once from your birth account bond.
Okay.
So everything is already paid. This is what most don't seem to get. It's all prepaid.
So, please, help me out here. How would a brain surgeon be able to deliver a baby if nobody pays any council tax? Well, did you realise that, actually, talking about this, the NHS, I think we're going to get asked to
No, we're fine.
The NHS have actually, over hundreds of years, they've banked millions and millions and millions of pounds in offshore bank accounts, and they're making huge amounts of interest, like you were saying in the Switzerland bank accounts stuff, and everything should be free. Everything's paid for.
It's all
but
prepaid.
They use extortion and a form of threat and force in order to get you to comply, like a good slave that you are. And we're the same. We've all been slavery of the mind as well, with this brainwashing crap. And that you think that, oh, if the poor government and the poor council hasn't got any more, no, but everybody will be suffering. And yet everything is paid for. They've admitted this, our local council, that they had £60 million in an Icelandic bank account, and that used to pay for all the wages for all the council staff, all the refuse collectors, and everything. But they still want £1,500 off per person off you every year. What for? That's extortion.
Well,
and if you don't pay it, you know what they do to you.
Let's just explain things there, right?
They use force against you.
Yes, it is extortion, but you have to understand, the mafia were illegal extortionists, whereas governments and councils do it legally.
Mafia. He's hit the nail on the head.
The councils are all mafia, because what they do, pay this council tax, insurance, the mafia would have called it, pay this insurance or we'll come and we'll break your legs. Oh no, that would make us sound too much like the mafia. I know. We'll come, we'll drag you in front of somebody that knows nothing about anything, and we'll send you to prison. Wait a minute. That's exactly the same as what the mafia did back in the 30s, 40s and today. The only difference is these write laws, forgive me, these write statutes and acts to say that they can do it. But as we all know, every statute, every act is only given its power by your consent. If you're registered to vote, you consented.
I've got a question about acts. Because somebody tried to use the Social Security Administration Act 1992, Part 187, 1, 2 and 3, A, B and C, which says your benefits can't be removed, but if you try and remove my benefits, you could be made bankrupt.
Yes.
And she went to court, and do you know what they said? Oh, that doesn't apply.
Oh, but yeah.
So the big question here is, are you informing me that unless these acts don't mean anything at all unless they've been consented by the governed?
Yes, but unfortunately for those that are on that that hiding to nothing called a voters register, where you're given that delusion of choice.
You can't get a loan from.
Choose the green, choose the blue, choose the yellow. We'll give you choice, but if it really made a difference, you wouldn't be allowed to do it.
How would you be able to get a loan if you didn't register to the king?
Why would you want a loan when everything's already prepaid?
How come everything is not available to everybody on this planet for free? Didn't we put it here?
Because they would lose their control. If everybody had everything they wanted for free, then that would be the end of the control, and everybody would stop watching EastEnders, which, by the way, is apparently ending at the end of the year. There's going to be people committing suicide for that, you know. Not EastEnders! /
What is EastEnders?
EastEnders is a form of brainwashing that is used to brainwash the masses. Thankfully, many are turning off. I think that's the real reason. And of course, many are not paying that TV licence. I think that's another reason as well as to why they're ending it. So, all you lot that's not paying TV licences,
well done.
It's your fault.
And thanks for not subscribing to the Jimmy Savile Paedophile Network. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for all your comments. We really do love you. And
we'll get some more stuff out as well as soon as we can. Maybe even a few bits extra today.
We've done loads, but it's all in the can. It's just finding time to edit it all. But yeah, we love this stuff. And we love you too. See ya.